for you, the Build Your Own Summer Book Tag. I don't remember who created this tag, but I will post the original creator when in the description box below, and I will post the questions as well if you guys are interested in doing this tag. Okay. So question number 1, which book location would you pick? And it was hard because I didn't want to go the obvious fantasy answer, which for me would be, Hobbiton or maybe Rivendell. But I wanted to do something. I didn't want to, I wanted to do something different, at least different for me. So I picked either Dickens's Victorian London or Regency England from a Jane Austen novel. So which book character would you bring along on this trip? And if at all possible, I would bring Anne Shirley Cuthbert. I think she would look at it as an adventure and would have fun, exploring another country, and also exploring another country in a different time period. I think she would find it exciting and fun and just quite the adventure. And I think it would also just be fun having her as a travel buddy, because she is so creative and imaginative and just very talkative too. And I think she would be fun and really great company. So that was question number 2. Question number 3 is, which character's wardrobe would you borrow? And I can think of a book character for the Victorian era, but that I would want to borrow their wardrobe. But I do like Emma's wardrobe. I mean, as a 21st century woman, I could do without the corsets, but to the time period that I would want to summer in, I think borrowing Emma's wardrobe would fit the best. And she's very fashionable, I think, at least for that time period. And her clothes are actually kind of cute, I wouldn't want to wear them all the time, but I definitely, like I said, that's the time, the Regency era or the Victorian era, which it might not fit in the Victorian era, but I couldn't think of a book character from the Victorian era whose wardrobe I would want to borrow. But, yeah, so I would say Emma Woodhouse's wardrobe. Okay, so question number 4, which would you invite for dinner and drinks? And I said Diana Bishop from the All Souls trilogy. Well, actually, it's not a trilogy anymore. It's, but I think it'd be kind of cool to hang out with Diana and Diana Bishop and just talk, history, and, maybe she would know some stuff about the time period we're traveling to, and of course she can bring Matthew Claremont if she wants to, and who would know even more history. And I would also I couldn't help but be a little curious about their families, particularly hers, if she didn't mind talking about it, of course. But like I said, I think she would be, interesting to talk to. And could teach me a lot about the places I'm traveling to. Okay, so which character, this is number 5, which character would you have a summer romance with? And I said Edmond Dantes from The Count of Monte Cristo. He's very attractive, I think, and he's an adventurer, which I like that. Although he isn't the most, I think it was just, he's not the most, he's a little standoffish. He's a bit standoffish and not always, not always a sensitive guy, but I think it'll be a nice little fun little fling, and I think there's definitely a part of him that's still the Edmond Dantes from the beginning there. Yes, what happens to him in the story definitely changes him and hardens him a little bit, but I think the sweet, adorable Edmund of Edmund Dantes of the beginning of the book is still in there somewhere. And he also would, another person that that we could carry on a great conversation together. Oh, imagine him, me, and Diana having a nice little conversation. Okay, so, of everyone you brought, question number 6, of everyone you brought on this trip so far, who is most likely to lose their passport? And I said Anne. She's very forgetful and gets distracted really easily, and doesn't always, isn't always careful, doesn't always think before she acts sometimes, and tends to get her in trouble a lot. So I could see her not paying attention and losing her passport. Although, then again, I could also see her being the type that if I told her the importance of the passport, she could, at the time, she would definitely appreciate and, be very protective of it and be like, I will, hold this to my heart and I won't lose it. But then I think she might accidentally lose it. Because, like I said, she gets distracted easily and forgetful as well. So I think she would be the one to most likely lose their passport. Okay, the last question is number 7. Which book would you bring? And I said Lord of the Rings because it would take me the most time to read. It's an adventure story. And I think Anne would really enjoy reading it as well. I don't know about the others. The other characters, I don't know if it's to their taste. But for me, it would hold me through the whole summer vacation. And since I probably could not find it in that time period that we're going back to because it wouldn't exist because those books didn't come out until to the 50s. So yeah, it would be a fun adventure. It would take me some time to read, although I probably wouldn't get a lot of reading done because when I go on vacations, unless depending on where we're going, I don't get as much reading done as I like to. Like I read, like if we go to like the coast or something, then I could get some reading done when I could, go to sleep, go to bed or something. And I probably wouldn't get as much reading done. So even if I brought a shorter book, I probably still would take a long time to read it anyway. But either way, Lord of the Rings would be my book of choice. Okay, so those are the questions for Build Your Own Summer Book Tag. If you like this tag, please give it a thumbs up, click subscribe. If you haven't already, click the bell notification, and consider yourself tagged. Although I will tag people because now I figured out how to figure out how I can get people to how I can actually tag people. So I will probably tag a couple people. And I hope if I haven't tagged you, please feel free to do this tag if you want to. And I will talk to y'all later. All right, bye!